If you are a gun owner in House District 49 in Michigan, we're talking about the Green Oak Township, Brighton Township, Wixom area. If you live in that area of the state of Michigan and you are a friend of the Constitution, if you're a Second Amendment supporter, you're going to want to hear about the House race taking place in your district, again, for the Michigan State House. Guys, I'm Ben Dorr, Executive Director with the Michigan Firearms Association, and the November 5th general election is almost upon us, and I want to give you the information about where your candidates stand on gun rights issues, okay? That's what I'm going to do in this short film. I ask you share with your family and your friends. And again, if you go out, whether you do early voting or vote the day of, I just ask that you vote in favor of your Second Amendment rights, okay? So we're going to kick this off. The first candidate we're going to talk about is current State Representative Ann Bollin. The first thing you should know about Ann is that she did fill out her Michigan Firearms Association candidate questionnaire 100% pro-gun. She answered all the questions from a pro-Second Amendment perspective, but more importantly than that is Representative Bollin's pro-gun record. She's already done many of the votes that matter on gun rights issues. In particular, she was a no vote on red flag gun confiscation laws, which passed in 2023. Many Republicans sided with the radical left and voted for these bills. Representative Bollin was not one of them. She was also a no vote on the gun registration bill because she knows that gun registration does nothing to lower crime, but what it does do is give the government a list of gun owners, okay? So universal background checks has not stopped any of the mass shootings that have taken place across our country. These people are either passing a background check with flying colors or they're just circumventing it altogether. These are laws that only affect the law-abiding. Representative Bollin knew that, which is why she voted no. And lastly, she voted no on the gun lockup bill, requiring every single gun everywhere to be locked in a safe at all times. Again, another one of those laws that won't do anything to stop crime, but it's just a cut and paste. Everybody has to follow it because Gretchen Whitmer wanted the points in her little pocket for a future federal run, okay? So she answered the survey 100% correct, and then her voting record over the last few years reflects it. So that's why Representative Bollin gets an A rating from the Michigan Firearms Association. All I ask, again, is that you get out there with your friends and your family, vote pro-gun. Thank Ann Bollin for voting pro-gun and for surveying pro-gun as well. All right, that's what we know about her. Now we move on to Andy Wood. Now, Andy is your Democrat running to unseat Ann Bollin. First thing you should know about Andy is that he refused to fill out his Michigan Firearms Association candidate questionnaire. Now, if you take just a quick perusal past his social media, you will see somebody who absolutely supports a ban on AR-15s, supports a ban on common hunting rifles. Frankly, the guy seems kind of unhinged. But of course, you kind of have to be if you want to outlaw the Second Amendment. He would support ammo registration if he made it up there. Now you're saying ammo registration. Who's even talking about that? Well, they are going to be in Michigan very soon. This bill is moving in Illinois. It's moving in Washington State. It's already been passed in New York. This is one of those, when the radical left gets together for their gun control seminars and they pass out all the model legislation to Democrats, senators, and representatives all across the country. They do that, you know. When they do that, it used to be red flags and universal background checks that they talked about. That was the legislation they passed out. Well, that legislation has been passed in many states, including the state of Michigan, and now they're moving on to ammo registration. They want you to fill out a piece of paper to go to our crazy Attorney General, Dana Nessel, telling her that you just bought a box of 22 shells, that you just bought a box of shotgun shells to go skeet shooting. That's what they want, and Andy Wood would be a yes vote on this legislation. And he supports the magazine ban. Now, they want to ban 30-round mags. They want to ban 20-round mags. They want to ban 10-round magazines. Put us back in the Stone Age of 7-round magazines, which would effectively outlaw a bunch of different pistols that can't accept that, and make everybody go back to using, 1960s revolvers. It's insane, and that's why Andy Wood would absolutely be an enemy of the Second Amendment, an enemy of the Constitution, if he makes it to the Capitol in Lansing. And that is why Andy Wood gets an F rating from the Michigan Firearms Association. Guys, that is the information we have on both candidates. Again, I ask whether you do early voting or vote the day of. Bring your friends, your family, your neighbors, everybody you know. Vote pro-Constitution, vote pro-gun. Let's take our state back.